Ready. We got Carrie in the house. Lorraine's here. Scott and Lisa. Nick's in the house. Cameron, Nick, let's get you up here. Let's have you do. Hey, Pablo, what's up, man? Good to see Pablo in the house. My mom's here. Valentina's here. Get that recording on. I don't need all that on my hard drive. And oh, here comes North County. Nice. We got big mute drop down. Nick's coming back up. Let's have some water, everybody. Let's get ready. It's a Wednesday workout. All right, we're right in the middle of the week. This is the make it or break it workout. You work out today, you work out Friday. You're gonna get your 3 hours in this week. If you miss today, there's a chance. Oh my gosh! Then if you missed on Friday, some folks who worked out with us on Monday, they might only get 1 hour in this week because they might have something better to do. They might be exercising, doing something active even right now. I don't know, but I know we're all here, and let's go ahead and put something cool on the background. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing wait about Saturday.
You ready for that?
Yeah, but
What do you?
5 day and then 1.
Are you going to show up early enough for the 5K? You got to get there earlier than last time, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's not a bad thing though. I mean, that's how we do it. We get up early and we put in the work.
I
That's
always do it then. The 5 days on Saturday, are we going to be live on YouTube? But the 5 day or only the 1 mile?
mm,
Or but
I don't know yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to play it by ear. It
maybe
might,
but.
yeah, it might. We might just have enough to do just one of them, so we might do the 1 mile because that's a little bit later in the day,
Yeah.
and that way we don't run out of phone battery and all that stuff. And so what we'd have to do with the 5K is we'd have to hurry and make it, and then we got to get in the 1K and then make that one too. So that would end up putting us over 4 miles. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
deal. That's pretty good. I think we can do it. Everybody, let's get ready for the breathe motto. If you need to drink some water, drink some water. And remember to stay hydrated. Remember, eat your fruits and vegetables. Right here behind me, we got raspberries. That looks like a tomato. We got carrots. Looks like some walnuts right here. And what else do we got? Looks like some spinach. This looks like rosemary. This looks like some kale up here. And that could be I don't know, arugula maybe. Is anybody like arugula? I like breathing. I know that. Let's go ahead and do some of that. You ready, Nick?
All right, and then when they would out, but all right, on YouTube and here we done. Bye, body to anyone and breathe in the dirt, breathe out the bad, breathe in the happy, and breathe out the bad, and breathe in your bed, and breathe out the wood, and breathe in our power. Do we our baby been doing food on Saturday morning?
Race for Autism goals Saturday morning, everybody. We'll do another practice kind of run or maybe an adventure race today. We can work on that a little bit. Remember, if you're not going to be able to make it Saturday to Balboa Park, that's okay. That's where the race is in Balboa Park in San Diego. But and it's early, so you might not even want to get up that early, but we'll be there racing. And on Friday for Friday's workout, we're going to do a race or we're going to do a run and we're going to go ahead and do like an endurance challenge. So that Friday's workout will be a little bit different because it'll be for anybody who can't make the real race. We'll be doing kind of our what we would call our virtual race on Friday. And I think what we might do for the virtual race is we might go maybe for a run down by the lake, or maybe we can go for a run. We could even do a put up some backgrounds and we could do a run right where we are. So we got some options for that. We'll figure it out. But then Saturday the race is on in person, and that again, that if you haven't signed up or anything, that's okay too. You could do it right there. You just go to Balboa Park and they'll be going on. It's on oh shoot, I can't think of the name right now, the street. It's on the west side of the park. I think like 4th and Main. I don't know, that's probably totally wrong. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and get our head moving. and grooving. And you know what? I like this infinity symbol up here on my hat right here. Let's start off with something a little different. And in this case, let's do what we have here is an infinity symbol. It's also, again, this is kind of one of the representations for the autism community. And this was the Padres autism awareness. This was the special edition hat that we got the other night at the autism awareness game. So with the infinity symbol, we're going to be going down to one shoulder, coming up on that side, bringing it up, and then going diagonally across down to the bottom of the other side, and then going up on that shoulder. So it's similar to like the X that Nick has us drawing, except we're doing it a little more rounded. So I'm going up, around, up, and around and across. Nice job. And once you start to get a pattern, now remember, there's two ways you can do this. Let's talk about this. One way is you can try to concentrate super hard on trying to make all the right moves, or you can picture using your imagination that there's a gigantic infinity sign in front of you and you're just looking at it. And if you do that, your head will move in that fashion that you want it to. So everybody, again, we got behind me a great meal. This is probably what Sandy has for lunch, everybody. This is what we're talking about. Remember, you always want to think around lunchtime. I wonder what Sandy's eating because I want to follow her example on healthy nutrition and really cutting down. Big one is cutting down on those sugars, everybody. The sugars are sneaky. All right, I'm going to imagine that I have a big old infinity sign right here in front of me, and I'm just going to go down and I'm looking at it, and then I'm going around this way. It's almost kind of like a racetrack where the cars go across the track in the middle. That would be very dangerous. That's what they do with demolition derby. Has anybody ever seen demolition derby? Um, I've saw one time they were doing demolition derby with school buses, and they had a part of the track where they all went and they would be going in front of each other. And so let's go ahead and do maybe two more of these where we're just doing this infinity symbol, and then we'll go one more down and up and around. Nice. So again, it's a different kind of movement. We're going to try it now going up and down. So let's imagine if this symbol was turned straight up and down, what would that look like? Like we're going up, looking up, and then we're going down. So it's kind of like one of the ways to draw that number eight, who draws number eights like that, where you just do one continuous line. Some people draw a number eight where they do two circles, one on top of the other. But you could also do the number eight where it's kind of like the infinity sign. And now I'm starting to use my imagination a little better, and I'm actually getting into a nice little groove. I'm going to switch directions. Let's bring it down, cross, going up, around the top, back down, across the bottom. If you don't imagine the infinity symbol in front of you, it's going to be kind of tough and shaky. All right, let's relax. So remember, everybody, when we're doing our imagination, if we're really not using our imagination and picturing it, our moves are going to be kind of tough and shaky because our muscles in our mind are trying to think like, is this right? So, if you were doing a very complex move, um, and again, you weren't really paying attention to that move, your body's going to be trying to figure it out. If you're using your imagination now, you're already paying attention to it because your imagination, remember, that's your mind. So you're firing up your mind and you're engaging your imagination, and that's going to make the muscle movements happen smoother than if they didn't have anything that they were really concentrating on. So let's go ahead and do our classics. Let's go forwards and backwards, just kind of at regular speed. And oh my gosh, everybody, let's give a wave to Sandy and Jennifer coming in down from the Gerber Center. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Sandy. Oh, nice job. Sandy's getting in the chat room there. I love it. And so let's go with our classic moves for our head and neck. So we'll just go to the right side, and then real slowly, we'll go over to the left side. And nice and slow, we'll bring it down. Nice and slow, we'll bring it up. All right, nice and smooth, bringing it back, bringing it straight back. Nice and smooth, bringing it out, reaching out. Nice and smooth, lifting up an ear like I'm trying to listen to those carrots. And then nice and smooth, I'm going to go to the other ear, listen into the carrots on this side. Hi, Robin. Great job. Then we're going to go again and head tilt, head tilt. And then we're going to draw the X. So this will be different than that infinity. This is where we're doing the straight lines down the side. Now let's reverse it, going down, up, diagonal, up, ear lift, ear lift. Oh, I was wrong on the call. I did the right move, but I called the wrong thing. I called the head tilt the ear lift. Now here's the ear lift, and then the ear lift. All right, now we're gonna go giraffe neck, turtleneck, up, down, left, and right. Nice job, everybody. Turtleneck is my favorite because when you bring your neck back like this is me. This is doing a super turtle, and this is smushing all of my vocal cord muscles. And I can't talk my normal voice, even if I wanted to try to. And that's what's kind of neat about thinking of our neck construction. Because if you think about your neck, you're like, well, we just moved it around a bunch, and that's really cool from our neck. But what else does our neck do? Well, our neck also provides a tube for air to get into our body. What else does our neck do? Our neck also provides a tube for food in fuel in liquid to get into our body, but to go into a different place because you don't want the food to go where the air goes, and you kind of don't want the air to go where the food goes, or what happens? You end up burping, right? What else does our neck have? That's the super most important thing ever. It houses our spinal cord, and it houses the segments, our discs that protect that spinal cord. And in this area of our spinal cord, we have nerves that run out to our entire body from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Those nerves go through the neck. There's no way for a toe nerve to get to the brain without going through the neck. So it's always important. And people in exercise, they never appreciate their neck until their neck's bothering them. And that's why we do the classic moves. You can do those anytime, all the time, every time. What would this taste like, everybody? Who thinks this would be delicious? I think that because of the raspberries and probably that tomato right there, I think when this blended up, it would be good. Kind of carrot juice, tomato juice. It's like a really lot of veggie, but then you got the veggies with the raspberries, and that looks delicious. But I don't know. And when you don't know something, you got to just bring your shoulders up. Classic little shoulder shrug. I bet even little baby Sophia, when she doesn't know something, she's even like, I don't even know. And she brings them shoulders up. She's like, I don't know. And she doesn't even know that that's her trapezius. But can you imagine little baby Sophia? Little baby Sophia's got the same trapezius just like her dad's got, just like what you got. Let's get that trapezius going. I can just picture right now. Can you picture little baby Sophia as she's picking up her shoulders up and down like this, getting strong arms, making her shoulders strong, and again helping her to do what do we really want to do with our muscles? What are some of the important things? Not only kind of keep our posture, but it wants to help us with movement and also to help us with moving objects. So that's what it's all about. Move your body and move other things and stay together. That's what our muscles want to do. Let's go 5 more with the trapezius. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the last one. Let's hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it come down. That's your trapezius. You're feeling it. All right, let's go ahead and do a water sip, water break. Keep it going into the arms and shoulders. Ooh, I got a good one. All right, everybody. I love it. Very healthy stuff every day. And you know what's neat about that is you would almost wonder, like, well, what's the healthiest thing? Like, what are the healthy things? And everybody, you got to keep in mind that there are a lot of healthy foods out there. Most of them don't come in boxes, and most of them don't come through a drive-through window. If you can drive up to your car and get your food, there's a chance that food might not be healthy. You got to be really smart about those decisions. But when you're thinking about it like the way me and Sandy think about it, there's a huge buffet of healthy foods that you can eat. And when we think about the variety and we think about all the different things, there's grapes on there. I had grapes today. You're going to find that you're going to find some foods you really love, healthy foods, and you can eat those every day. And then other healthy foods that you might not be the biggest fan of, but you know they're really good for you, well, you can mix them in. And so imagine if you didn't like tomatoes, but you weren't allergic. Some people are allergic to tomatoes, but if you're not allergic to tomatoes and you're just like, nah, I don't want to eat tomato, and then somebody's trying to say, well, maybe you should try to eat tomato, but maybe you really like raspberries. So think to yourself, well, you know what I'll do is I'll eat my tomato first and I'll just get that one out of the way, and then I know I'm gonna have a raspberry coming up after that. And you can get your mind to think about what it likes more than what it dislikes, but that takes practice. You actually have to think about something that you like is coming up soon, so that way maybe something you dislike is going to be a little more okay. That was the same for me with my tooth. If I would have known how it would have made me feel, oh my gosh, I would have done this a long time ago. I'm thinking I'm just going to go get more root canals done because it makes me feel so great. That's a joke, of course, but I do feel a lot better because my body is no longer having to fight that infection, and that makes a big difference. Let's go ahead and get our deltoids and our armpits going. And with this one, we're going to do it on one side. We're going to squeeze our armpits. So we're going to do an armpit squeeze, and you don't have to squeeze super hard. Just engage, squeeze. And then you're going to bring your chicken wing up. So we got arm and chicken wing. And then we're going to reach across our body. So we'll go back to the chicken wing, back to the squeeze. Squeeze, up, across, back, and down. Nice. Let's go 5 and 5. So squeeze, chicken wing, reach, chicken wing, 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 squeeze. Let's go one more. Chicken wing, reach, chicken wing, and relax. All right, now we'll go with the other side. So again, I'm going to squeeze first, bring up my chicken wing, and then I'm reaching across my body. And you'll see my hand will disappear because the microphone is right there. So watch, that's kind of neat. And you'll know that's how far I'm reaching over. So here we go. Squeeze, chicken wing, reach, chicken wing, squeeze, chicken wing, reach, chicken wing. Nice. Squeeze, chicken wing, reach, chicken wing, squeeze, chicken, reach, chicken, squeeze, chicken. There we go. Reach. Let's go one more. Chicken. Here we go. Squeeze, chicken wing, reaching over, chicken wing, and relax. Nice. I like that one because we're getting our arm up with the deltoid. Then we're asking the deltoid and the trapezius kind of like, hey, I want you to hold that arm up there while I go and extend my arms out and go for that reach. So that's a really good one. And again, it kind of moves in different stages and different phases. Now let's go ahead and do something to where we're moving a little more smoothly. Ooh, I just had like 3 ideas. I'm gonna back my chair up. Sometimes I get too many ideas when I'm thinking on the fly, and then I gotta kind of actually work through all of those. And oh my gosh, sometimes. All right, so this is what I want us to do, everybody. We are going to reach down to the ground. You can do this with one hand. So I'm going to reach down. I want to lift something all the way up over my body. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach my arm all the way out to the side and bring it back in. So we're going to go down. We're going to go up. We're going to go around and then back in. So it's a little different from the chicken wing, but we're still kind of focusing on this one arm. So reaching down, kind of lifting our arm up as high as we can, bringing it out to the side and then bringing it in and then reaching it down. Nice. We'll call that one. We're going down, up, around and in 2, down, going up, around and in 3, down, up, around and in 4, down, up, all the way up. Oh, I kind of messed up on that one, around and in 5. I want to go smooth up. Let's go for smooth. So this is smooth, where my arm just keeps going up, around and in for 6. Now let me show you what I did wrong. Was I went down and then I came up, and then I had to go up again and then around, and that's okay. But what I want to do is make it all one movement. Let's switch to the other side. So we go with my left arm. I'm going to reach down. I'm going to the front of my body. You could also go to the side of your body, reach up, reach around, and then in. So we go down, up, or out, and in. It's kind of out, but we're doing it from making like a big circle. We're going up, we're making a circle out to the side, and then we're bringing it in. Let's go 2 more of these. Down, up. Nice. Thanks, Carla. Out and in. She's on YouTube giving thumbs ups. Down. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, give us thumbs up too. In. I don't know what that, maybe that'll give us a, maybe we can earn like a golden thumbs up award. They should have that. I don't know if they do, but they should. The golden thumb. Do they have that, Carla, on YouTube? A golden thumb? Let's have a water break, everybody, while we're talking about golden thumb. Jude's in the house. Good to see you again, man. Kendall's in here too. Awesome. Good to see Kendall in the house. Catherine's here. Hi, Catherine. North County's in the house. Valentina, Marilyn. We got a great group in here. Sopizio Center's joining us. Lynn from Sopizio Center. Sarah, we got in the house. Everybody, we got a good group on here. It's a Wednesday workout. And again, we've got our neck moving. We got our shoulders moving. We kind of moved our arms around kind of in a large way from the shoulders. Now let's go ahead and think about, let's do some small movements. And what do I mean by small movements? Let's just do some small movements. What's a small movement? How about in the shoulders here? Could we just do like small circles? Small little shoulder circles? This, I mean, you can see what I'm doing. I'm doing a very small circle, and I'm doing both. I could do this on one. Let me show you what a big circle. This would be a big shoulder circle, right? But I'm going small. I'm doing real small. Keep this. Let's go 5 small as we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the tiny chicken wings. So with the tiny chicken wing, we're just gonna bring it up and down just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What about up at the top if we just do a little chicken wing here? 1, 2, there you go. 3, 4. Look, it's so tiny. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What about with our biceps? What if we did something with the biceps to where we just did a little bit of up and down? 1, 2, 3. It's on the app. 4, 5. I got to do it different. 6, 7, because the app's down. 8, 9. Little ones. 10. Oh my gosh, that was kind of neat. What about with the triceps? Can we do little triceps where we're just going up and down like a little tiny cheer? Not all the way up, just a little halfway. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the big one with the triceps and biceps is trying, if you want to, you can try to not get the shoulder as involved and let the bicep do the work, or you can let the shoulder kind of get involved. So if my arm's here and I want to bring it up and down, that's actually going to use, you can see tricep, and then I'm going to have my bicep. They're going to be helping for the length and the tension. So when one gets longer, the other one gets shorter. When one gets shorter, the other one gets longer, and they work together. So let's just do some small, again, kind of bicep move. There you go. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 6, 7. Half a move. Maybe of a quarter. 9, 10. So we're just doing a small move. This would be a whole bicep curl all the way in, but we're not doing that. We're going just right here. 1, 2. And that bicep's going to work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What about in our lower arm? What can we do here in our lower arm that will get that fired up? Well, there's a lot of things we can do. Even just engaging our hands is a lot, but let's go ahead and do a curl at the wrist. So this was a curl at the elbow. Now we're going to curl at the wrist. And my elbow can be straight, my elbow, it doesn't matter. I want us to think about the wrist. So if I had my hands up like this, I'm going to bring them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. What about small movement in the fingertips? So let's just think about just moving the thumbs, not a big movement, just little movement. Little tiny movement. Let's go 10 seconds moving tiny thumbs. Think about being small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now remember, everybody, try not to make big movements. You don't want to be wiggling your fingers around. This is you intentionally moving small. So we get index fingers, and we're just trying. I'm not trying to just move the tip of my finger. I'm trying to move the whole finger right down here at the kind of index joint. You can bend it too if you're able to bend it. And we're just doing small movements. So you can see just little small movements, moving my hands around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try 2. So 2 finger here. So 1. Oh, it's tough. Oh, who else is having a hard time now, right? Your rest of your hand is trying to get involved. I'm trying to focus on just the 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was tough. All right, let's try 3. So, ooh, look at the pinkies. The pinkies are like, we can't be involved. The pinkies are out of there. Oh my God. Oh, this is very tough to move. I can't. Oh my gosh, it's hard to do with the pinkies. Okay, let's get the pinkies involved. And we're just doing like, you could do like a small Padre safe, although they lost. Oh no, I think they lost too. You could do very small up and down, even very small rotation. Yeah, it's again, we're gonna switch it up here. Don't worry. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go big. Here we go. Moving them around, moving them around, moving them freely. Let your brain relax on how technical the move needs to be. And now just let it happen, moving it around. Let's go wiggling the pinkies around, wiggling the fingers around. Go for big movements now. Big movements, opening and closing, getting that going. Nice job. Big movements there. Big movements, got the wrists going again. Padres, we need more of this. All right, circling around, up and down and up, both together, opposites, whatever you want to do. We're getting it going. Nice, get it going. Now let's go with the arm all the way in, all the way out, all the way in. We're going 10, 9, 8. This is with the biceps and the triceps. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for that overhead tricep extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go for big chicken wings all the way up and down. 1, nice. 2, 3, yeah, they did. 4, 5, 6. You can't win them all. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now wiggle your nose. Nah, I'm joking. Who can do that? I can't do it. My aunt could do that. Wiggle her nose. Can you believe that? Everybody's so cool. Let's have a water break. Remember, when you move small and then you move big, you're going to find a lot of times that your big movement feels better. It feels like you're on it, and that you kind of can not only can move that movement, but that you're moving very well. That's the key, everybody. Just being able to move is one thing, but being able to move well and being able to move to where there's less risk of injury or mechanical failure. What do I mean by that, right? You're like, mechanical failure? What are you talking about? Well, we're not machines, but the way our body is designed to where we have mechanisms that work together to where if one area of a system is off or injured or it's not able to keep up. And imagine if you were stumbling and you might be stumbling and about to fall, your body's going to start to act differently. The mechanisms that keep you from maybe just moving normally are going to change. And if the mechanisms aren't in place to then preserve our body when it's getting pushed on by gravity in that way, we might not have anything to fall back on. And we could have kind of a mechanical failure to where our leg could kind of give out or collapse on us. Our balance could be lost. We could try to put our arm down, but the strength isn't there to hold. So then the elbow or the shoulder gets moved in a position that it doesn't want to be, or the wrist even. I know we have friends on here who have injured their wrists, friends who have injured elbows and shoulders. And a lot of times when we think about that, we want to look at the mechanics on how did it happen? And then we want to look at the mechanics on, well, what if it happens again? Will we be ready for that situation to where it maybe now won't be a big deal? And I've worked with folks who, had maybe fallen down before, and we've exercised and worked on techniques, and when I asked them, I said, "Hey, have you had any falls?" They said, "No, I haven't been falling down." And that is called fall prevention. That's something that we want to always work on if we are up and moving around. Our core can help us with fall prevention. It really helps us when we're moving around in a lot of different directions, especially down. When we're going down, our core really fires up to it doesn't want us falling all the way over. So what I want to do on our next one, I think, is I want to do a ground touch with a teacup. Just those two. I'm going to bring Nick up. He doesn't know that, but he's going to come up here in a minute. And that way he can show us a standing version. And we're going to go, so it'll be with one arm. We'll go down to a ground touch and then we'll go up to the teacup and then we'll go down. So it'll be on one side and we'll do 10 on each side. And again, this one's going to help you with, again, those mechanisms of lowering your body down, balancing. Maybe you're going to touch the ground. I don't know. Maybe you're going to touch something on the ground for stability. I don't know. But you're going to move down. And then we're going to redirect our energy. We're going to move our body back upright. And then if we're able to, we're going to try to go all the way up and we're going to continue on over our head. And with this teacup, let's go ahead and do the core lean teacup. If you have a shoulder that's bothering you, instead of doing the teacup, what you would want to do is come across the body. And just like I talked about the core lean, where this would be where I'm leaning with my core, I'm going to do a twist where, look at that, I don't even have to move my shoulder a whole lot. And that's going to be the key. So I would go down, I would come up, and with a little twisty core, or I'm going to go down and I'm going to go up again with kind of an extension core. So let's go ahead and try them out. I'm probably going to do both. I'm going to do the no overhead reach, which is this one. And I'm going to also do the overhead reach, which is that one. I'm going to mix it up, but you can do whichever one you'd like and do the one that doesn't hurt. That's the most important. Here we go, everybody. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to go down and then up. And then I'm going down. So I'm bending at my hips, going up, and then I'm extending at my hips. If I think about my butt's in the chair, and from there I'm going up and I'm stretching muscles to go up and over. So that's 2. Down. This is, here we go, low. 3. Going down, going low again. 4. Ooh, I feel that. Down in my core. 5 with the overhead. Down again. Bringing it up for 6. Down again. Bringing it up for 7. Down. And up for 8. Down. I'm going to keep it low on this one. For 9. And then down and going up for 10. Nice job. I like it. And nobody was moving too fast. I like that. Let's go to the other side. So dropping it down to the ground, up over my head. Look at that. I disappear behind the microphone. Down. And where am I at? I was going to try to peekaboo, but it won't even let me pop out there. Down. Going across for 3. Down. Going across for 4. Down. Bringing it over for 5. I forgot to bring Nick up. Down. Bringing it over for 6. Here we go. Now we got him down to the ground. There you go, Nick. Bringing it over for 7. Down to the ground. Bringing it over for 8. Down. I like it. Nick did the low reach. 9. And we got one more down. And 10. Nice job. Again, Nick helping to show off the moves there. Remember, when you do that ground touch, Nick, let's show something real quick. Let's do wide feet. Go as wide as you can. All right. And now do a ground touch. All right. Not that bad, right? One hand, two hand. Now bring your feet closer together. And now do a ground touch. Nice job. Go do a two-hander as well with the close feet. Nice. I like it. Nick, you got some moves, man. Everybody, when you're doing the ground touch, and Nick did a great example. Let me see if we can show it again. Go ahead and with feet close, touch the ground. That's feet, yeah, feet far apart, touch the ground, or feet close, whichever one. So you can see how he's kind of sticking out his butt and he's getting his balance. Now watch when he goes wide. Look at how easy that is. He has such a nice base. So Nick's like a pyramid. You can't knock a pyramid over, can you? No, it's a pyramid. It's got a wide base. And so when Nick does that wide base ground touch, that's going to allow him to be more and more stable. And then as you get better, which Nick has shown, Nick has gotten better, you be able to move your feet closer together and do that ground touch. And that's going to require what Nick showed us there, which was pushing out your hips. So I say sticking out your butt because it's the best way to think about it. But it's like you're trying to stick out your butt to touch the wall with your butt. Try that, Nick. Just imagine you're trying to touch the wall with your butt right where you are. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look how his knees bent. Look how that's perfect, Nick. And stand back up. That's what I want you all to think about is that when you're doing a squat, that you're trying to reach out to something behind you. And when your hips start the moving first, you're going to have your knees are going to just follow along like Nick's knees. They looked great. But if you go down and you can try this, if you're a helper, if you're somebody who's helping somebody exercise, you watch that individual when they're squatting. And if the knees bend first, and you'll see it's either going to be the knees or the hips up top or in the middle. If those knees bend first, the body a lot of times has the feeling it kind of follows the knees down and kind of goes forward, can put a lot of stress on the knees. And so what we would want to work on is again sitting back and having the very first move in that squat be from the hips. That's where it is. Everybody, let's get ready. Let's have a sip of water. We're going to, let's bring up Byron, and then we'll bring up Carla. She's also got, I think it was medicine ball. All right, let me see here. Watermelons, YouTube, kettlebell. She's got the kettlebell. And then Carrie, I'm gonna have to send you your workout differently. I was gonna send it to you on the app, but right now the app went down. And I'm just gonna have to type it up, but it's gonna be tough because some of the exercises I wanted to show you, and there was the videos, but then we don't have them right now. So I got to find another way to be able to show you like this is what this move is. But we're gonna get it happening. All right, everybody, we got the guys right here. The boys are back in town, and that means Byron is in the house. Nick is in the house. And Byron representing that San Diego State Aztecs. Gotta love it. He's got his sandbag. And if you need a sip of water before this gets started, everybody, go ahead and have a sip of water if you need it. Now, I know some of us are going to follow along, and I know some of us are going to watch. And if you're watching, that's okay. But I want you just to watch our friend Byron and watch our friend Nick right here and watch the moves that they're making, because they're they're baking up a recipe that leads to success. Byron is the chef. He's got all the main ingredients. And when he puts it together and stirs it on up, you get health and wellness. And I love it right here. Look at that. Working on the hands right there, right hand, left hand, passing that bag around, just kind of rolling it around in the hands, letting the hands get a grip on it, letting the fingers get a grip on it. Remember, that's a 4-pound bag. So he's got to try to not drop it, of course. And he can speed it up. He's got tempo. He can go fast. He can go slow. He can go around his back. And all the moves right there are about to come out. Nice. All right, Carla is going to be doing medicine ball. And then here we go, Byron around the back again. And you can see how he not only brings it around his back, but he kind of throws it out in the air and catches it. That's advanced. That's some top level stuff right there. And here's a hot potato off the ground. It's a slow potato. It's not too hot. It's kind of a warm potato where he's kind of reaching down and kind of gently pulling it up. Not super hot and definitely not cold. There you go. Byron's going down off the ground, doing a little bit of work there with the knees, behind the knees. There you go. You can see Nick there doing the same moves. Awesome. Passing it around. And again, trying not to drop it. Byron's putting it on his back. Nick's going to put it on his back. And then Nick, stick out your butt. Same thing, like you were putting it out on the wall. There you go. Keep that chest up. There you go. You're good. It's right there. It's not going to fall. Bring your front body down. Front body. Bring your front body down. I've never said that in my life. Bring your front body down. But that sounded good. There you go. Drop it off, Nick. That was awesome. Nick just did a great job following Byron down and around the back. Right hand, left hand. Byron's got some moves here. He's going into the flow. He's going with a bit of a twist. So this is the twist hold where he's going to rotate one direction. And look at him. He's just holding his body there. He's using his muscles to keep his body in that twist position while he's holding that 4-pound weight in his hands. So again, Byron's got it. You can see the shirt and you can imagine the muscles just kind of going around from the back all the way into the core. We were working those muscles just a minute ago with that ground touch teapot. And now here's another kind of ground touch move where you see he's bringing it down. He's starting the lawnmower, everybody. This is called the lawnmower. And that's the lawnmower pole right there. You could also call it the chainsaw. We'll call it the lawnmower. And so you're reaching down and you're pulling up on that lawnmower string and you're trying to fire that thing up. What you're trying to do when you're pulling that string is you're trying to create a spark from the spark plug. And that spark plug lights up the gas. And for you, when you breathe in, that's your gas, that's your oxygen. Again, back into the backrest, catching it off the back again. Another job done well by Nick. Byron's going up on top of his head. He's got the bag on top of his head. This is where the body might be moving, but imagine the neck is going to be so still, so in control. There you go. Nice job, Byron. Check out our friends, everybody. Again, if you're not doing it, that's okay. You can watch them and just think about, like, how's Byron doing that? How's Nick doing that? How are they keeping that from falling down? I'm telling you, everybody, it's mind and body connection. Byron can feel that bag up there. His nerves are telling him, where is the bag? It's still up there and we're good. Nick's body just told him the bag fell down. And he knew before it even totally fell down that it was falling down. And that's what's neat. That's what this is doing. It's training our body to be aware of itself. And then nice job. And then catching it on the way down is Byron. Nick's got his off the ground. Byron's going right hand, left hand. Looks like he's getting into another good twist here, everybody. So this is a right side twist. He's holding the bag. He's got 2 hands on it. He's twisting to the right. He's twisting to the left. He's making the moves. Oh, he just did a flip right there. So he's doing the bag flip right there. This is talking about making a pizza. We call this one the pizza dough. And so we're flipping it up, flipping it around. Who's ever seen a pizza get made like that? In real life, when they're flipping the dough, Sandy's seen it. Nice. All right, here we go. Up on the shoulder, flipping it around. And then Byron goes into, again, a very smooth, nice job against Scott and Lisa following along. I love it. Doing a great job there. Byron switched shoulders. Scott and Lisa got it going again too. Nice. And you gotta be still. A lot of people think about exercise, they're always thinking about movement, but stillness can be an exercise. There you go, Nick. Don't lose it. Nice job, Nick. You got it. It's done down. Good stuff. And you could see everybody. Nick got into that moment. He thought that bag was going to fall and his body reacted and he's going to bowl it away. Byron's going to roll it away, bowl it away. He's got the arm swinging and there it goes. We're done with the sandbag onto the resistance bar. So if you have a resistance bar or an exercise stick, you can follow along with these guys. Make sure that you don't hit anyone or anything. And if you also don't have it, you can use your imagination or you could use like a weight or something like that. Scott and Lisa's got weights. All right, here we go, everybody. Byron's holding it up. He's got the knuckles up. So the hands are with the knuckles pointing towards the ceiling. And Byron's holding that up to his chest. He's got it right there. He's reaching out, and then pulling it in. Nice job, Byron, reaching out again and pulling it in, bringing it out, and then a downward scoop like he's scooping out of a big old bucket of ice cream, scooping it back up. I like it. No, not ice cream on Sandy. No way. All right. All right. What could you be scooping up? A big old serving a salad out of a big old salad bowl. All right, here we go. Nick is showing it. Byron's down low into an assisted squat position. Got the bar holding us up with some help. And then going back up. Byron's dropping that back down for repetition number 2. Remember, when you do an exercise more than once, multiple times, you're doing repetition. And repetition is a great way to practice your moves. All right, Byron's going ahead and he's holding the stick with one hand. It looks like he's spinning it around, and it could be, yes, it is. It's the baton spin, and he's in constant motion. Look at this, everybody. Just like an airplane propeller, as it starts up, it's not going to stop. And look at Byron again, spinning it around, and now he puts the brakes on it and he does the tap on the ground. So he goes from the constant motion, changes it up now to going with the I like the static hold, and then popping it on the ground, going back into some more spins, spinning it around, moving it up and down, circling the witch's pot. He's doing a great job right there. Keep it stirring up, Byron. You're doing terrific. Reaching out. He's got his right arm stirring. He's got his left arm stirring, bringing it out, bringing it in. There it is again. Nice job, Byron. Keeping it going, stirring it up. Right side, left side, right side, left side. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Going up with the right hand on top, and he's bringing the inchworm, everybody. He is. He's going right down to the inchworm. And this is the legend move right here for Nick. So Nick's got to try to get it down to the bottom. Following Byron's lead, Nick has got down. He's going for the ultra low. Look at that. Now, can he get back up? Concentration, Nick, is everything, and he's going to get it, everybody. Give Nick a 3-point basket on that one, everybody. I'm telling you, that was a good move. Byron's going ahead, picking up the stick. He's going into a baton spin. He's got that baton spinning around and around again. This is kind of like the chorus of a song. You get that chorus going, you get into the groove. Look at Byron go. Look at the move. He's got nothing to prove. What else rhymes with? Come on, give me a rhyme. Oh, it's gone. All right. I think that's all she wrote, everybody. Oh my gosh. What a great job from Byron. Round of applause it is. And this guy and these guys, what a terrific job that they did. Incredible, everybody. That's the kind of stuff we want to see. That's the creativity. And that's the kind of go with the flow mentality I want you all to have. Now, if you didn't do what Byron just did, I want you to maybe think to yourself, hey, maybe later today, maybe I can do something similar to what Byron did. Maybe I do it with like an exercise towel. Maybe I do it with, a 1 pound weight or a sandbag weight, like what Byron had. Maybe you have an exercise pillow. I got my exercise pillow. I got this exercise pillow right here. And somebody say like, well, Coach John, that's not an exercise pillow. That's an owl. And I'd be like, it is an owl. But if I want this to be an exercise pillow, this can be an exercise pillow. And I'll show you what I mean. Well, remember when Byron was balancing it on his head? Put that bird up on my head. Ooh, got to do my balance. What about Pirate's parrot? What about the Pirate's owl? Look at that. Can I stand it up on my shoulder this way? Oh, that's tough. There we go. And now look at the concentration. You can see the concentration. The pirate, the bird's right there. Look at it. There he is. Hey, everybody. But I'm having to use my deltoid, my trapezius. I'm having to keep that elbow up. I have my arch and my armpit is engaged. And I'm being real thoughtful to all my moves. Now, if I start moving around and it falls, what do? I move really quickly and catch it. Now that's something to where if I did that and I did that as some practice, I might actually get really good at catching things when they fall down. Now, can anybody here tell me of any time that you can think where it would have been good if you could catch things that were falling? Right? All the time. We drop things all the time and we want to have the quickness to be able to catch them. So remember, you can turn a pillow into an exercise pillow, no problem. Weights are great. I could turn my hat. This could be an exercise hat because I could do exercises with my hat. All right, everybody, let's get ready for Carla. She's got the medicine bell coming up. The medicine bell. You heard that? I combined it. The medicine bell with the cannonball. Oh, I'm all over the place. Medicine ball. Let's do it. Oh, unmute. There you go.
See, John? See, where are you? Wait, I'm to get closer.
Showing me this YouTube guy again, huh?
See?
Oh, that's Oh,
I
you
did
did
it for
it.
you guys.
You're on there. Yes, that's us.
And I put the belt. And I put the belt too. The belt. Subscribe. The belt too. Subscribe.
Oh.
I always do it for my two.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, we're gonna do the pushy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're gonna switch. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna go side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. This is really hard.
It is.
4. I can do it. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Switch. That's tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Woo! That was
1,
terrific.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Sasha Liberty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Nice job,
I always
Carla.
put thumbs up on the video, and I put subscribes too.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
Because it's my turn, and I have to do it for you guys. I'll see you Friday. And I'll see you again. I'll see you Friday night, and I'll see you in the race. Woo-hoo!
That's right. So everybody, that means Friday we're gonna do a virtual race. And if you want to, I think what we'll do is we'll probably do a run here where I am at the go, and we'll go to the lake. Would anybody want to see that? We'll go to the lake. And so we can go down and maybe check out the water and go see if we can see the dragon in the lake, Haji the dragon. And so we will do a workout that starts off outdoors on Friday, and we'll do a warm up, and then we will run. And just real quickly, Nick, let me bring you up here. And if you want to join us on Friday and do the virtual race, remember we will be doing one exercise for about 20 to 30 minutes. And that exercise will be either like a jog style exercise, or we will be doing a rolling motion, or you can be doing the hand cycle style. So that means you're doing this for a long time, but that's endurance. And that's what, when you're doing a 5K race, like what we're going to do at the Race for Autism, that's endurance. You're going to want to stop. You might even get a little bored. You might think, I want to do something else. But I'll tell you what, if you can keep going, your mind and your body will achieve really, really great levels of communication and a great connection with itself and oxygen and energy, because you'll get tired and you'll start to breathe differently, and then you'll start to move differently. And before you know it, it'll be over and you'll think to yourself, how did I do that? Well, your body knows what to do. Your body is smart and you're smart, and you're going to be able to find a way to keep that body moving along. So be ready for that on Friday. It's going to be a super fun workout. We'll be outdoors. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. And then on Saturday, of course, we got the Race for Autism coming up. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. Great job to Carla, Byron, Nick, Carrie, Lorraine, Scott and Lisa, everybody. Pablo doing a great job. Robin in the house, Kendall, Jude's, Lynn, Marilyn. We got Valentina's here, North County's here, Sarah, Violetta. And again, we had Sandy was in the house just a little while ago hanging out with us. We've had a great group on YouTube. Carla's on there doing the thumbs ups and the bells. I love it. And after a sip of water, here we go. Come in the breathing motto. All right, everybody. Remember, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's a beautiful day. If you're able to, try to maybe get out there, feel some of that sunshine, feel some of that cool breeze, and just take some deep breaths like we're going to do right now. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power, so you reach your goals first at the Race for Autism. Here we go. Nick's counting it down. Everybody have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Friday and maybe even on Saturday. Here we go, everybody.
What did you do Friday and Saturday? Here we doing. Bye. What are you doing?